who's here. We love this guy. He's the Hill media columnist, Joe Concha. Joe, you were the person to talk to and have on the show about this fight between NBC's Chuck Todd and Senator Ron Johnson. Take a listen.
Yeah. Do you have a crime that you think Hunter Biden committed? Because I've yet to see anybody explain it is not a crime to make money off your last name.
Chuck, is it a crime to be soliciting and purchasing prostitution in potentially European sex trafficking operations? Is that a crime? Because Chuck Grass and I laid out about $30,000 paid by Hunter Biden to those types of individuals over December 2018, 2019, about $30,000. This is about the same time that President Biden offered to pay about $100,000 of Hunter Biden's bills. I'm just trying to lay out the facts that certainly Senator Grass and I uncovered. They were suppressed. They were censored. They interfered in the 2020 election. Conservatives understand that. Unfortunately, liberals in the media don't. There's misinformation on both sides.
Look, you can go back on your partisan cable cocoon and talk about media bias all you want. I understand it's part of your identity. Let me move to what happened in Brazil.
Cable cocoon? I mean, NBC itself, Chuck Todd's boss, they're reporting on how the DOJ is investigating Hunter Biden for alleged tax evasion crimes like money laundering, foreign lobbying violations. I mean, NBC is reporting on the Hunter Biden and the Biden family making at least $11 million cashing in on Biden's government job. What's this talk about a cocoon?
Emac, this is why no one will ever confuse the late, great Tim Russert, who was an actual journalist, with the Democratic activist who's the current moderator of Meet the Press, and Chuck Todd. And by the way, Chuck just made Senator Johnson's point around media bias for him and didn't even know it by getting personal with him with the snarky personal attacks that he did there at the end as far as a cable news cocoon. And by the way, this is the same Chuck Todd who has insisted time and again that there is no liberal bias in the media. He says it's just a Republican talking point. And it's just amazing that this guy is actually arguing that influence peddling the family name in countries like China, Ukraine, and Russia, and then giving your father 10% of the profits, according to Tony Bobulinski, that's in the emails, and Bobulinski himself says the big guy is Joe Biden and got 10%. I'm pretty sure that that's something that Congress should be looking into, and it absolutely is a huge story. But I think now when we ask, hey, how's the media going to cover the Hunter Biden hearings on Capitol Hill when they eventually happen, we're getting a little preview right now from the moderator of Meet the Press in terms of that, right?
But Joe, MSNBC just reported on Senator Ron Johnson's fight with Chuck Todd. They only focused on the Electoral College fight, nothing about Hunter Biden's laptop and what the Biden family, including Jim Biden, Joe Biden's brother, were doing overseas. I mean, the Hunter laptop is believed to have really depraved information and images on it. It's about consorting with Eastern European prostitutes. And to your point, the information's out there. Senate Finance, Senate Homeland Security their report, September 2020, doing things like flying to China on Air Force Two with Joe Biden. Then Hunter Biden coming back with a $1.5 billion business deal.
That's the story, right? And again, you have Chuck Todd saying, "No, I don't really see anything that happened that was wrong here."
So there's no there. Really? So we should all really? There's no there. When the DOJ is investigating Hunter Biden, there's no there. Really, Joe?
Exactly. That's the Chuck Todd argument around taxes, obviously. He lied, obviously, on a gun application when he said he had no drug use in the past. There are so many things here that are worth investigating. And as you said, it's not just about Hunter Biden. This is more about, is a sitting president of the United States compromised by our biggest adversary in China due to his son's business dealings there? Yeah. And Jim Biden, as you mentioned as well, the president's brother. So, yeah, let's put it this way, Elizabeth. If this was Donald Trump Jr., you think Chuck Todd would be defending him if Donald Trump Jr. had a laptop like this with all of this evidence? That's a rhetorical question, by the way.
Legal pro Jonathan Turley, Joe. He recalled the time when Chuck Todd went after Trump with Adam Schiff as a guest on his show about Trump's foreign deals and bank loans, alleging Trump was compromised because something might be amiss. I mean, we're talking lobbying, FARA, foreign lobbying violations. We already know in the government documents the Biden family purposely set up off-balance sheet shell companies to handle the cash flow from overseas. And Hunter said, the document showed, in order to avoid having to register as foreign lobbyists with the government. So MSNBC, everybody in NBC, we're all supposed to be okay with all of this. You know, we don't know what influence was affected in terms of foreign policy here in the United States, but we're all copacetic with it and happy. Joe.
Sure. That's the thing. Journalists, if you're a real journalist, then you should have that one gene that makes you a journalist, and that is curiosity, to get to the truth, to hold the powerful accountable. And instead, Chuck Todd is whistling past the graveyard, it appears, at this point.
Joe, we'll have you back on, and we're going to stay on the story with you. It's good to see you. Come back soon.